Down we go. You
Yep.
go that way, I'll go this way. Oh,
Why?
exactly. How was that? Little run in from the pool. Look, I hope everyone's settled in and enjoying their meal. We have a very fun evening planned for you tonight. But before we get started, a few housekeeping items. First off, we have an awesome opportunity drawing featuring items like a Sycuan Casino Resort getaway with accommodation, dining, golf for two, and a Callaway driver and golf bag. A 2-night stay at the Hyatt Regency La Jolla right here. Well, not in this room, but in the hotel with a bed and the whole thing with dining. A $100 gift card to the Henry. A $100 gift card to 910 Restaurant and Bar. I love that place. Whale watching for two from Davy's Locker. Wine tasting at Cake Bread Cellars in Napa and more. You can purchase opportunity drawing tickets until 7:20 p.m. in the menu on the side or bottom of your screen. There you will also find the link to our virtual photo booth to join the party right from home. How great is that? And lastly, the most important button, the donate button for our Fund a Meal, which will be open all throughout our program, but more about that in just a few minutes. So now I'd like to start off our evening by introducing Mama's Kitchen CEO and a very good personal friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Alberto Cortez.
Mr. Sam, thank you so much. It's always
Nice
a joy
seeing
to
you.
see
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining our 30th annual Mama's Day event. As Sam said, my name is Alberto Cortez. I'm the CEO at Mama's Kitchen, which is an honor. Mama's Day has always been one of my favorite events of the year. Not only is it an evening to raise essential funds for nutrition services for so many hundreds of San Diegans with critical illness, it's also an evening to celebrate the people who make our monumental mission happen. And of course, there's the incredible food. Well, despite the ongoing limitations placed by the COVID-19 pandemic, I am grateful still to be able to celebrate with you all tonight, albeit virtually. While this event is an annual tradition of over 30 years, I'm hoping this virtual format will not become a tradition. So let's all envision being back together again here at the Hyatt La Jolla, which I've confirmed with the powers that be. And let me see, I left my phone on the other end, but as I can recall, it's going to be on May 2nd, 2022. So mark your calendars. 30 years ago, Mama's Kitchen began providing home-delivered meals to individuals affected by HIV and AIDS during the height of the AIDS epidemic, fighting stigma and oppression. Now, here we are, 30 years later, responding to a second pandemic, and doing so to historically underserved members of our community and to folks that are traditionally disenfranchised. Over the years, we've taken the learnings from those early days and expanded the scope of our mission to serve individuals and children affected not just by HIV, but also cancer, type 2 diabetes, congestive heart failure, and most recently, chronic kidney disease. The COVID-19 pandemic has certainly challenged us all, and it's also reaffirmed the critical value of the services we provide at Mama's Kitchen and tested our capacity to respond in short order to dramatic needs in our community. we saw a 63% increase in demand for our services, and our team quickly moved to increase capacity and safety in our environment. I cannot express enough gratitude to the staff, the volunteers, donors, and community supporters who make it possible for us to execute our mission every single day during these times of increased demand. If you've been to our kitchen, you know that science and logistics are behind the services that we provide. Each meal is custom tailored to our client's diagnosis and dietary needs. When you receive a cancer diagnosis and you're in the middle of chemo treatment, you can be comforted in knowing that you're receiving an evidence-based nutrition intervention that will contribute to your successful treatment. When you're fighting extreme fatigue and weakness from congestive heart failure, we are there for you with not just food, but the right food. Our clients are referred into our program at a time when they're unable to cook or shop for themselves or their families. So we quickly become part of their family, caring not just for their physical, but for their emotional health as well. We have recently heard stories from individuals like Joan, a client with type 2 diabetes, who in a short 6 weeks reduced her A1C levels. Clients like Tom, a young man in his 40s at end-stage heart failure, who recently called us to share that because of his improved health, he successfully received a heart transplant. Take that in. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria and I recently had the privilege of delivering our 10 millionth meal to a client named Jimmy. Among the many other things that Jimmy told me were things about how our meals helped him maintain his strength in his fight against cancer. And of course, it's more than our dedicated staff that makes this extended family for our clients. Our incredible volunteers make our work possible and have everlasting impact on our clients' health and their lives and their well-being. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce you to Nicole. Nicole was referred to Mama's Kitchen and enrolled in our home-delivered meal service in May of 2019 after receiving a cancer diagnosis. I am so grateful that Nicole will be sharing her story.
The Friday before Mother's Day is when I got my diagnosis. And I was sitting here and the phone rang and the doctor told me it was cancer. At that moment, I just remember feeling pretty numb. After that, it was just kind of a whirlwind. And just trying to take in all the information and trying to see next steps and trying to see if I was going to be okay. I had to go through genetic counseling, and I think that's where I struggle because I do have the BRCA1 gene. And it's painful because I know my kids do have a 50% chance of having the gene as well. I went through 7 rounds of chemotherapy, and I lost my hair, and I lost my eyebrows, my eyelashes, and you have to explain that to a child. Right before their eyes, their mom is changing. I've had 4 surgeries and multiple procedures and days I couldn't get out of bed. I first learned about Mama's Kitchen through my job. They were great. They contacted me right away, and money wasn't an issue. It didn't matter how much I made, or it didn't matter how much I didn't make. And they stayed with me throughout my entire treatment process. So it's not like they dropped me once everything was done, or the second I finished chemo, they said, that's it. It was none of that. It was just a really gracious and just pleasant organization. How far we fell. Everybody that came to my door was pleasant. And so just to see a smiling face and to have somebody help you that doesn't have to help you, that doesn't even know you, that are volunteering their time. It just really, really meant a lot to me. Oh man, Roger. There was just something about Roger every time he came to the door, I remember not being able to get up off the couch sometimes. And he would have the bags at the door, and his smile, I don't know, it was contagious. His words were genuine and heartfelt every single time. Like, you knew that he cared, that he really, really cared, So he was just a special person that I'll never forget. And I just didn't know if he realized the impact that he made.
We'll be alright. We'll be alright.
A bicycle kid?
Is that what you're gonna say?
I mean, I can do like this. Like,
Oh, wow.
As we know, meals is a huge part of everything, and when you have small kids, they're dependent on you. It was just pure graciousness just to have them not only look out for me, but for my family. There's not too many people or organizations that have the ability or even can do that. Them alleviating the pressure of meals was huge.
My name is Alberto Cortez. I serve as CEO of Mama's Kitchen. Mama's Kitchen is looking to address how nutrition can improve health outcomes and improve the quality of life of people that live with critical conditions like cancer, HIV, diabetes, heart disease, chronic kidney disease. And we're exploring other types of health challenges that can be improved with proper nutrition. In recent years, Mama's Kitchen's focus has shifted into the paradigm of food as medicine, where we have become more aware and more intentional in creating an intervention that is more than addressing hunger, more than addressing malnutrition, is providing a conscious, intentional set of services that include a registered dietitian to set our clients up for success, that set our clients up for improving the quality of their lives, where ideally with a 12-week or a 6-month intervention, they can graduate from our program. From day one, Mama's Kitchen has depended on volunteers, and they are an absolutely critical component to the organization. On a normal year, volunteers will give anywhere between 30 to 35,000 hours of time to the organization, which is the equivalent of approximately 15 full-time employees. When we hear from clients like Nicole, it serves as an affirmation that the service that we're providing is making a difference in the lives of the people that we serve.
The things that keep me going currently are definitely my family, my husband, my kids. They are the light of my life. I realized that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was because I had to be.
We can feel good about what we do. We can raise money. We can prepare hundreds of thousands of meals. But if ultimately we're not making a difference in people's lives, then for what? So people like Nicole ultimately affirm that the work that we do makes a difference. How do I know? Thank you, Nicole, for sharing your moving story. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to support individuals and families like Nicole's. Thank you for your wonderful words. You are the best spokespeople that we can ever have, those that we serve. In 30 years, Mama's Kitchen has never charged a fee for service. We have never had a waiting list, nor have we ever turned away eligible clients. We know that there are many more people in need of our services, and we anticipate that that need will continue to grow as our county population ages and the prevalence of age-related illnesses increases. In turn, we will continue to build capacity so that we can be ready and responsive to our community's growing needs. Thank you for being a part of our family at Mama's Kitchen and changing lives throughout your community. At this time, I invite you to support our services for individuals like Nicole by making a gift towards our Fund a Meal. To that end, I'm passing the baton back to my dear friend and our host, Sam the Cooking Guy. I'll invite Sam to talk a little bit more about the $10,000 match that's being offered by Sycuan Casino Resort.
You're the best, you know that?
No, you are, Sam. Thank you.
Look, Alberto, this match is such an incredible opportunity for people to make double the impact. Listen now, double the impact with a gift. Sycuan Resort has generously offered a $10,000 match for Fund a Meal gifts made during this Mama's Day. That means every donation you make, every meal you underwrite tonight, Sycuan will match dollar for dollar up to $10,000. So to make this easy for you, many of you should have just received a text with a donation link. God, I love technology. Or you can click the button that just popped up on your screen. That's some fancy movie magic. And it looks like we have the thermometer up on the screen just behind me. There we go. Oh, look, $3,625. It's fantastic. So we'll watch this throughout the evening and we'll see how far we are towards that $10,000 goal. Let's try and hit that goal together tonight.
Thank you, Sam. And thank everyone who's already made a Fund a Meal gift. Thank you, Scott Walls, Mary Singh, Todd Stevens, David Pugh, Norton Grumman, Helen Cho, Larry Gardapi, just to name a few of the people that have made contributions.
Okay, so now for those of us who haven't had the incredible opportunity to come by the kitchen and see all the work that goes into these meals, we'll take a quick look at what goes into one of the delivery bags. So
Yes.
Here we are. Here's the typical lineup.
Yes.
And I've watched this happen.
Yes.
Jason's amazing, but he also does it with 1 million volunteers
Yes.
that stuff and deliver and
None of what we do is typical because everything is tailored to the individual. So these are just some samplings of what goes into a bag. We provide 7 meals a day, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week for as long as our clients need our service. And so we're really grateful to Sam, who does the menu planning and prepares
Jason,
meals.
I'm Sam.
You're Sam.
I'm Sam.
Sam,
We know each other.
this is why you're the person that does the TV and I'm the person behind the scenes. I want to thank you for correcting me.
You're welcome.
Jason Martin, who's our extraordinary chef, who you will meet in a little bit, who's the one that does the menu planning and the purchasing of food locally and otherwise, and the ton of work that goes into making this happen. What are some of those meals?
I mean, pesto salmon with couscous. Here's a special meal. It's low lactose, chicken salad, a turkey deli sandwich. I mean, look, there's everything here. Slow braised chicken and vegetable stew. How many different meal versions are
Yes.
there for the people?
So we provide services to folks with, in essence, 5 different diagnoses or a combination thereof. And in addition to that, we do about 30 different combinations where we can tailor to a great extent to the individual need.
It's honestly, it's unbelievable. Do you allow people to come watch? Could somebody come down and just get a sense for it if they want to volunteer? Maybe that's a good thing to do, right?
We can. Our kitchen is always open for folks that are interested in learning more about who we are.
Yeah.
The best way to know who we are and what we do and how we do it is to come and witness firsthand the work of Mama's Kitchen.
I mean, I don't know how it gets any better than this. Right.
It's the work of many.
The story that we just watched, it starts here, it gets delivered there, and that's where the change happens.
As an example.
That's the healing. That's the getting better. That's the part. And as you said, not $1, not 1 cent has ever been charged to any client whatsoever.
We sent out meals to 512 individuals today.
Today.
Friday, May 7th.
10 million meals over 30 years is astronomical. And by the way, when you started talking, you said you served as Mama's CEO, which is so much nicer than saying I am the CEO. You do serve. You serve the clients. Everybody there does.
We all do.
It really is. It really is a family, ladies and gentlemen. Look, you just saw how important these meals are and how much work goes into the making. So go ahead right now, hit that fund a meal donation button to fund 5, 10, 100, 1,000 meals right now, all to be doubled by Sycuan. You are the best. Can I? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sam.
You're welcome. I love this man. Next, I'd like to welcome a very special Mama's Day guest. Joining us from their home to help us celebrate this occasion is the legendary Chad Michaels, winner of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars and producer of San Diego's Dream Girls Review.
Go, Chad. You're live.
Hey, everybody. This is Chad Michaels. How's everybody doing tonight? And Sam, thanks for the intro. And I just have to say that you would be super proud of me coming out of COVID. I have upped my cooking skills, and my sauces are on point. My Thai peanut butter sauce, my tzatziki, and my stroganoff sauces are on point. I just thought you'd like to know that. Anyway, I hope that everybody is doing well. My name is Chad Michaels, and I am a native Californian, raised here in San Diego, more specifically Encinitas. And you might know me from a little reality TV show called RuPaul's Drag Race, where I competed on season 4 and then went on to win RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars season 1. So you may know me from that. If not that, you might know me from San Diego's very own Dream Girls Review, the longest running drag show in San Diego and in California for that matter. And so you might have seen me at Urban Moe's on a Wednesday night. And if you don't know me from there, you're probably better off. But tonight we're here to talk about Mama's Kitchen and Mama's Day, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of it. And I just want to talk about Mama's Kitchen from my point of view. And that is, I came up in the 90s here in San Diego as a young gay man and worked at a nightclub, very popular at the time, and you also might know the name Numbers. And during that time, it was the height of the HIV and the AIDS crisis, and I knew and had many friends suffering with HIV and which developed into AIDS. We all lost many friends during that time. And during that time, Mama's Kitchen was the hero of the day. And I just remember that we did so many fundraisers for Mama's Kitchen at places like the Brass Rail with the Dream Girls and other places. And I remember people like our community's very own Big Mike and Nigel Mayer and so many of our community role models just always pitching into fundraise. And Mama's Kitchen has always been there for the vulnerable part of our community, people living with HIV and AIDS. And during that time, there was so much stigma and stereotyping attached to having HIV. And these people were so vulnerable, so abandoned, had nowhere to turn to. And Mama's Kitchen was there for them. And they have been with them for 30 plus years now. So I kind of feel like Mama's Kitchen is just a little bit older than my actual career, because I started in 93 and Mama's Kitchen's been around since 1990. So we've kind of come up together, and I just really appreciate what they do. The volunteers are amazing. They put so much love into creating these nutritious meals for vulnerable individuals. And over the years, they've adjusted their service to accommodate other critical illnesses such as cancer, and even during the pandemic, stepped up to help people coping with COVID and their families. Don't forget the families, because Mama's Kitchen also helps out with these people's families. I believe I heard a story where Mama's Kitchen actually heard that one of their clients was sharing their food with their family, so they upped the game and brought food to them. So this is what we're talking about here, folks. And it's a San Diego institution. It's a San Diego treasure. And if you can fund a meal tonight, please do it. It's so worth it. And I love their mission statement, because it should really be the mission statement that we're all following right now, which is care for those in our community who are vulnerable. And it's been a struggle of a year, and everybody has, felt vulnerable at one time or the other. So if you can fund a meal tonight, do it. Give to Mama's Kitchen on Mama's Day. And I just want you guys to make sure that you call your mother this weekend. And if you could see her, give her a big hug and make her feel special, because it's so, so important. And so I just want to thank everybody for turning out, watching. I want to thank everybody who's donated and supports Mama's Kitchen today, yesterday, and in the future. Thank you so much. And all that I can offer you right now is a little bit of halftime entertainment. So over COVID, we all had a lot of time to kill, and I got to create some really fun video content with my partner, Adam McGee, right here at home on our green screen. So tonight I want to share a little performance with you that this song is now going on 22 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and it stands the test of time. And the singer, I guess you could probably consider her maybe like the LGBTQ plus community's mama, because it's Cher, and the song is Believe. And I think that we can all also thank Cher for the creation of Autotune 22 years ago with Believe. So right now, please have a little break from the festivities and enjoy a performance from me as Cher. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Believe, and Mama's Kitchen, we love you. Good night, everybody.
No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside, and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. But after all is said and done, you're gonna be the only one. Oh, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. What am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for you? Well, I can't do that. There's no turning back. I need time to move on. I need love to feel strong. 'Cause I've had time to think it through. And maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, believe in life after love. I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think it's strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That was unbelievable. I feel like I've had a failed COVID. Not only has Chad managed to perfect his sauce lineup, but he can do this. I got to get my game in order, really. Look, Chad, thank you for sharing your ridiculous talent. It's fantastic. And your huge, huge passion that comes right from here from Mamas. All right. Now, this is the moment maybe you've been waiting for, because I hate to compete. It's time for the head-to-head cook-off, throwdown, a dust-up, whatever you want to call it, between Mama's Kitchen executive chef Jason Martin and myself live right here. So let's get the man behind the magic, the guy that takes care of all these meals, looks after 30 separate diets, 500 meals delivered today through his hands. Ladies and gentlemen, executive chef Jason Martin, right here, buddy, right here. There is. So good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Well, why don't you just do this quickly? Why don't you introduce yourself so people get a sense of you?
Yeah, Sam, I'm humbled to say my 3-year anniversary at Mama's Kitchen was in April.
Congratulations.
And the purpose for me being here, the 3-year anniversary of my mom's passing is in June. We lost her to cancer. And I think every staff member, every volunteer at Mama's Kitchen has been touched by these illnesses. And what we do is just critically important. So I can't say enough how much, we appreciate you, putting this event on, and I'm looking forward to throwing down some food.
Right. So before we get to that, let's just take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, unless it can be updated at this point, about halfway through, we're halfway to our goal. 51%, $5,075. We got a little ways to go, and you can do that right now. Hit the Fund a Meal button, donate 1 meal, 10 meals, 100 meals. This work is so important. You've seen it. You've heard people talk. Chad talked. It's an organization close to his heart. The work you do, the work everybody does. Okay, so now because I will now become a competitor and no longer an MC, I think it's only fair that we have Alberto step up here as our competition master of ceremonies. Senor, will you do us the honor?
Thank you. It is absolutely my pleasure. So last week, we invited Mama's Kitchen's followers to vote on a secret ingredient that we would use for our cook-off. You voted between peanut butter, miso, coffee, and harissa. Man, thank goodness there wasn't a tie, and we'd had to use all of those ingredients together. So after the votes were tallied, the ingredients selected was, drum roll please, miso. It's supposed to be on the screen. We're having fun. At the end of their cooking time, we're going to have a panel of guest judges to taste and determine the winner. Let's see what our chefs will be cooking, and I'm going to start with Mr. Jason.
When they let me know I was going to be battling against a taco king, I decided to not make tacos.
That was cute. I saw what you just did.
So I am going to make some shrimp tacos with red miso. I am going to make a edamame with white miso.
Oh,
Double miso.
show off.
Really nice, actually.
He's showing off. 2 misos?
So Okay.
It wasn't 2 misos, it was 1 miso. He had to go with 2. And don't think that I'm not already concerned that he's got the inside track on winning, because it's a great organization and probably your people, and it's the heart of the thing. How could they not pick him? But that's all right. I'll deal.
Me so confused. Sam, what are you going to be sharing with us?
Well, I
tonight?
decided to use 1 miso because I'm a simple man. I also liked your idea of shrimp tacos. I thought I would also put shrimp in, so it would be a little bit more of a head-to-head, but I'm making shrimp fuyang with white miso gravy. Take that, Jason.
Wow, that sounds pretty amazing too. So this is going to be tough. Now I'm going to invite you both to head to your respective tables, and let's get this miso venture going.
Good luck.
Good luck. Ah.
Help. I got a bum burner.
See? Not
There
a
we go.
chef.
There we go.
No, he's got it.
I got it. All right, good. So now what? Now we talk, you talk. You're the host of this now.
I'm curious.
Yes.
Alberto can't boil water.
You can't?
No.
Is that true?
That is true.
That
I
is
was
true.
not, as I've shared many times, I was not hired for my culinary skills, but this is not about me. This is about you.
It's correct.
Sam,
It's correct. Go ahead.
tell me a little bit about your ingredients.
Well, look, my most recent cookbook, Recipes with Intentional Leftovers, takes certain dishes, shows you how to make them, and then how to repurpose them. So how to poach perfect shrimp is one of them. Now, while I won't be poaching shrimp today, one of the recipes that follows that in the cookbook is shrimp fuyang. And there's always gravy. There's a gravy component on egg fuyang, shrimp fuyang, yes. So I'm just changing up a little bit by using the delicious fermented taste of the miso. And white miso is a little sweeter. It's going to make an amazing gravy that you can taste. I know you can't eat shrimp, but you can taste it.
I will not be able to judge.
That's okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jason, what kind of miso are you using?
I'm using both red and white miso. So I'm going to be making a edamame hummus with the white miso, and that's a little bit sweeter, a little more delicate. And the red miso has been aged, so I'm using that on the shrimp itself to kind of add a salty umami flavor.
Oh, fair. I don't want to create any bias, but you have a little more color than Sam.
Hey. See, I told you there was an inside thing working here, and I was going to get the short end of the competition stick, and I'm not happy about it.
No. It'll be objective.
I'm sure it will.
I will not be voting here. I'll only be introducing those that will vote.
Are they Mama's employees?
No?
Sure. Oh, sure.
No.
Okay.
Well,
I've
we
had somebody
need
say
Sam to
no.
come back. So
So, no.
I'll come back. Win or lose, I'm back. I promise.
okay,
Sam,
you
how
heard
long
it.
have you been in San Diego?
We have now been here 32 years.
You and your lovely wife, Kelly.
Yeah. And I consider
And your
myself now a native because I'm here longer than most people that I know. Seems like most people are from someplace else and they come here.
Yes, natives are not a common.
No.
No, they're not. They're not. You are comfortable in the kitchen, I'm suspecting.
Yeah, I'm okay. I like it. I like cooking. I think it's fun. And I know, look at what Chad said about having turned up his game during COVID. I know so many people have. And for me, look, I love it. I know a lot of people don't, but I think because of having nothing to do at home for a big chunk of this, they've started to realize that you can cook. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can use simple ingredients, and pretty much everything that I've always done now on YouTube is all about that. Big in taste, small in effort. That's where we like to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always appreciated your unassuming manner
Thank you.
in
Thank you.
addressing the work that you do. So thank you. Thank you. And Jason,
Yes.
how often have you participated in this kind of competition?
Not my first.
Not your
It's
first?
been a while.
You've been around the rodeo a few times.
You haven't let me. I'm chained to the stove in the kitchen at Mama's, so I haven't been able to do something like this in quite a while. Have to dust off the rust.
Well, I'm I'm grateful that you have this opportunity.
As am I.
Are you, where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
And you started your career there?
No,
Where did you start your career?
technically in Kansas.
In Kansas.
Dorothy.
How did you end up in San Diego?
I am a weird chef. I got my bachelor's of nutrition from Kansas State University in Manhattan, Kansas. Shout out to the Wildcats.
Wow. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing, guys. So while we keep them cooking, let's hear from one of our longtime supporters and our Fund a Meal match underwriter, Sycuan Casino Resort. Let's run this video.
Sycuan has been a proud partner of Mama's Kitchen since 1997. Our team looks forward to participating in the exciting Mama's Day culinary event every year. Thank you, Mama's Kitchen, for all that you do in our community to provide nutritious meals to those that need it most. Congratulations again on hitting an incredible milestone of 10 million meals served. You have always said it best, food is love. Your organization has made a positive difference in the lives of so many. We are honored to continue to support your mission for years to come.
Okay. Okay. We're grateful, very grateful to Sycuan for all their support over the many years. And let's check in on our competitors and see how each chef is doing. Why don't we start with Jason? I'm curious, do you use miso in the kitchen for our clients' meals?
Currently, we don't.
Why?
Well, miso is lovely. It has an amazing flavor. It's also a bit of a salt bomb. So the sodium on it is almost 1,000. It's 900 milligrams for like a tablespoon. So it's not that we wouldn't. We make everything in our kitchen with sodium in mind. So we try to lower that level. Sometimes when you go to a restaurant, you'll be eating 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 milligrams of sodium. We lower that down. Our daily goal for our heart diet is less than 2,000 milligrams for the entire day. So in one meal, I have to keep that to 400 or 500. So it's a fun game for me. That doesn't mean that we wouldn't use miso, but I would have to actually solve the puzzle and mix it with things like citrus or fruits or something else to thin it out so that the clients are getting a bit of miso,
I see.
which is easier to do with 500 meals. So I can use maybe a few tablespoons of miso. So maybe I'll look into that.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Sam, how do you use miso in your business ventures?
We don't actually use it at the restaurants, but I use it at home. I'm a fan of miso soup. I like to make chicken soup with miso in it. It just adds that little, Jason said it really is. It's an umami bomb, and it just adds a bucket load of flavor in, like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons or something. What's he got electric equipment over there? Oh, for goodness sakes, man. I mean, Kate, this is already getting ridiculous.
Right.
And a man in my position can't be made to look ridiculous. By the way, it's a line from The Godfather. It's not, I don't go around saying that.
You seem to be okay with being vulnerable, which is part of why we invited you
Yes.
to compete. So,
What a sweet guy you are.
so
I don't compete. I don't like to compete. I really don't.
no, you like.
I don't like to put myself in a position where I know there's a chance I won't end up on top. That came out wrong.
No, you know what? Your presence here makes you a winner, whatever the
Love
outcome.
you.
So
Thank
I
you,
am
thank you,
grateful
thank
for your
you.
presence. Thank you so much for doing
Thank
that.
you.
I'm also grateful for Jason and his time. Jason's day starts really, really early. It is 7:44,
Past my bedtime.
way past his bedtime, because Jason would have been at work already over 12 hours ago, long before that.
Long before I was there at 5:45 this morning.
5:45, and here he is at 7:45, helping move the mission of Mama's Kitchen forward, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. It's an example of the people affiliated with Mama's Kitchen that makes the organization the exceptional place that it is. And for that, I am immensely grateful. So, and Sam has been affiliated with Mama's Kitchen for decades as well.
No kidding, right?
Yes.
It's been.
You were 12, I was 15.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. And I'm also grateful because you have helped create awareness in the broader community.
Oh, thank you.
Around the mission of San Diego, and which has moved our mission forward to be able to serve more people.
Miso, have a smell.
Have a smell of miso.
It smells so delicious. I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Interesting.
And while I only have one miso, 2 would be great, but I didn't think I needed it.
Wow.
Jason's trying to just make up for a lack of something going on over there.
I'm curious, when you're preparing something from a creative perspective,
Yeah.
do you have a perception of what it's going to look like before it actually comes to fruition?
Yeah.
You do? You
Absolutely.
have a vision.
Absolutely in my head, yeah. It's, so look, I didn't start the world cooking. It's a silly thing, but I started cooking when I started a cooking show. I didn't really cook very much before then. And the reality is that like anything you do long enough, you get better at it.
Yes.
It's that 10,000 hours
Yes.
concept. You do something for 10,000 hours, you're going to start to do it well. And I'm not saying I do this well. I'm just saying now, back then, I wouldn't have known how anything could turn out. I had no pictures in my head. Now they're all there, and I'm great about it. How much time do we have?
We have a little bit more time, but you're certainly successful in it.
Well, thank you.
Jason, I'm curious if you can talk a little bit about what the difference is in making a meal for 2 and making a meal for 5 or 6 or 700 people.
Ingredients.
Poundage
of ingredients. What we do at Mama's Kitchen, we have an amazing staff and amazing core of volunteers. I can't say enough about them. It's truly humbling for me as a chef to be in there and roll my sleeves up and have so many people passionate about what we're doing. So a lot of what we do is we're taking a recipe, we're making it healthy, we're scaling it for 500 or 600 portions. Then we're figuring out, how do we safely cool it? How do we safely pack it? How do we get it to the client? What do we put it with? I talk to the registered dietitians, they approve everything, and sometimes they send it back at me and say, well, that's too much salt. And then I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board. So
Wow.
It's a fun puzzle.
Jason, thank you. So while they keep cooking, I want to take a moment to congratulate messages we've received for our recent accomplishments of delivering our 10 millionth meal. Here is a video.
Congratulations, Mama's Kitchen, on serving your 10 millionth meal.
Wow, what an amazing achievement. Thank you to your staff and volunteers for serving the people of San Diego.
For decades, you have provided medically tailored, nutritious meals to people in our community who are critically ill. Last year, you scaled up the number of meals you were delivering by 50% to help us as a community meet the need caused by COVID-19. During the height of the pandemic, I had the great honor of joining you to celebrate a milestone for meals delivered in a single day.
Your help during this pandemic is especially important and critically needed to serve our most vulnerable populations.
On behalf of all of us here at the county, I want to congratulate you and thank you, Mama's Kitchen, for the tremendous impact you make.
In a time of great difficulty, you have been a source of hope for so many. I was so proud to be able to do my part and help pack some of those meals, and I look forward to joining you all again soon. So congratulations again, and cheers to 10 million.
You are true heroes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And here's to the next 10 million meals.
Thank you for making it possible for us to accomplish this incredible milestone. Okay, before we go back to our cook-off, don't forget to show us your Mama's Day spirit with your virtual photo booth with our virtual photo booth. And these guys are supposed to be doing something that I'm supposed to be calling them on, but they're busy because we're running out of time. So you can find the link on the side or the bottom of your screen. Ticket purchasers should have received some fun props in your goodie bags. You can take photos with your phone or computer, and you'll be a part of Mama's Day photo montage. You can also download and share your photos. Okay, back to the cooking. We're down to our last 4 minutes. If you're, hopefully you're getting ready to move on to plating.
Yes.
No pressure.
Yes.
No pressure. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. So here we are in the last few minutes of our professional culinary artists and their work in this cook-off. And I want to also, at some point, we'll be introducing our judges, who will, hopefully, none of our judges have allergies to shellfish. Okay, that's good. I'm not putting any pressure on you. Are you feeling it?
The pressure?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, let me know how much time you need. I'm
good. I mean, I think I'm about a couple minutes away.
Sam, I'm going to need you to do about 500 of those. Would you?
Yeah.
I'll do a little
I'm staying
song
out of
and
your
dance
kitchen.
in the meantime.
Jason, I'm staying out of your kitchen. I can't take that kind of heat. That's for sure.
What did you blend over there, by the way?
That is an edamame hummus with white miso.
Wow.
Careful.
A lot of last minute action here. I'd offer help, Sam, but again, I'm not known for my culinary skills, so no pressure. You still have a few minutes, and we will be getting into the last stage of this process, which is going to be the most exciting one. In the meantime, folks, you have an opportunity to support our Fund a Meal and support the mission of Mama's Kitchen. We are able to do what we do only because of the support that we receive from folks like you. We depend on the kindness of strangers to make our mission happen, and it is you who makes it happen. So for that, we're grateful, and hit that little button under your screen. We are soon to do a countdown. You know, Sam, if you lose, you're gonna have to come cook for Jason at the kitchen one day. I'm not putting you on the spot in front of a bunch
now I
of
learned this
people.
information?
I'm just.
I'm good, and I'm ready, basically.
Are you?
I'm like
Okay.
30
I'm
seconds.
not. What?
No, that's okay. We
Okay,
still
well, now
have
I-
a few minutes. We still have a few minutes. Let me see. I'm taking my cues from the producer. You have a few more minutes, Jason, and if you want to start plating, you can. And Jason looks more ready than he thinks he is. We're going to be doing our healthy competition here in a minute. 1 more minute to go. No pressure. And I want to make sure that our judges do not feel any kind of vulnerability because of unfinished cooked food. So please complete your process.
I'm done. I'm good.
Okay.
There was a time I lived up to the time challenge. If my competitor...
Where's the clock?
We knew. How much time do you need?
How do you feel about raw shrimp?
No.
Well, you know you can eat them raw, so...
No, I'm good.
Are you good?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to do a countdown to 10 before you have to put down your utensils.
Oh, well, wait a second. I didn't know that was happening.
9. I'm going to start with 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
It's
Three.
like that stupid show
Three.
Chopped.
2,
3.5.
I'm out. I'm done.
1.5.
All right.
Put your utensils down. Okay. So, our chefs are going to bring up the dishes to the stage.
We're going in a line.
And
sure.
Thank you.
Now, let's bring up our guest judges. First, I'm thrilled to introduce Mr. Brian Crail, Director of Events and Event Services here at the Hyatt. A wonderful man I've known for many years. Here is Mr. DeAndre, who is one of our amazing volunteers at Mama's Kitchen, and Brian, too, who also works here at the Hyatt. Among the interesting pieces that I do want to share is that DeAndre, for example, is a professional opera singer.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Puts us to shame. Jeez,
Well,
sing
usually.
a spell. Yeah.
Food's getting cold, Alberto.
That Brian I've known for probably 10, 15 years.
Yes, this is our 13-year working together, but this event was the first event ever held at our hotel. We've been doing it for 30 years, so it's great to have everyone back again.
And Brian, too, has got to be a very talented man to be working here at the Hyatt.
Yes,
So
I helped prepare all the food that everyone took home today.
wonderful.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thank you for doing that. We're going to turn it over and ask you guys, first of all, to taste the food. We're
Great.
going to ask for you for a preliminary opinion.
Really? Out loud?
Do you want to tell us what we're having on this side?
Of course. So this is a shrimp fouillon with miso gravy. There's a little red onion in there. There's some scallions. There's shrimp, of course. There's some sprouts. And then the gravy on top, and egg, and sesame seeds and chives on top of it.
It's great. It's a really authentic presentation of fuyang.
Thank you.
That's really nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very pleasing.
Thank you.
Jason, do you want to talk a little bit about what you've got?
All right. We have not tacos. Maybe. So what I did was white miso edamame hummus that you can dip in. And then the shrimp is cooked down with a little bit of red miso and some sake. And I did a quick pickle on some veggies. So there's a little heat on that, a little carrot aioli as well.
I love pickled things. Now, did you pickle these just now, or you did this earlier?
I just pickled them.
Oh my!
That's what I was doing when these two were talking.
I'm very impressed.
So
That's very
they're
impressed.
super rushed pickles. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, great. We can't
enjoy.
wait to try
Who do
it.
I put the money?
Thank you.
Which coat gets the money?
Yeah, right. Exactly. We can't be bribed, my friend. We can't be bribed. No. Well, this looks really great. So let's go ahead and sample, gentlemen.
Please.
I think the
Stand here and
presentations
drink.
look really great. I think I love this. The little hummus on the side.
Yeah, that's
plate.
fantastic.
That looks
Great
great.
color.
That looks really nice. Luckily, we are
Well-
not allergic to shrimp up here.
Thank goodness.
Not at all.
Never want to kill a judge. It's bad news.
While these gentlemen are tasting, I do want to point to the fact that we're at the Hyatt and we have a long standing history with the Hyatt that goes back 3 decades.
That's right.
And we're always grateful for that collaboration and the spirit of love and kindness in which it's done. I
Thank
want to
you very
thank you
much.
so much for that.
Thank you, Alberto, very much, and thank you to everyone out there. Over COVID, a lot of individuals that really didn't need the services of mamas really needed the services of mamas, right? And I had a neighbor that lived up the street from us, and a little older in years, and my husband and I took care of him. We did his grocery shopping, we made him meals, we took everything for months and months and months, it seemed like. And one day I went to go pick up the Tupperware that I had delivered meals in, and he wrote a check for $1,000 to mamas.
Wow.
And he said, I know it's an organization that's close to your heart, and because you've been taking care of me, I'd like to do something for somebody else. And that was so nice, and I sent it to Alberto with a nice note from him.
Yes.
He passed away, unfortunately, due to COVID. And so we lost a friend, but he left a trust to mamas. And it was because of that relationship we had just being neighbors.
Yeah.
And it was really nice.
Wow.
So this is a message to everyone out there. It's a small message, and it's one that says, hey, look what I'm interested in. This is important to me, and it could be important to somebody else. And that was a $25,000 donation that he made from his trust to Mamas, just because of that gesture. So
it's amazing.
Think about that when you're out there. I don't know where our ticker is right now, but we need to hit that $10,000 mark. And I personally would like to donate $1,000 on behalf of my husband and I to Mamas tonight to help me get to that goal. So
Nice.
thank you.
Brian, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to try this taco next.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking too much.
So
the cold taco. Finished my dinner.
This is taco, right? So I'm getting into it.
any initial
You have to get two. I have two, and then I'll let
opportunity,
Brian talk.
any initial opinions on what you're tasting? And
I think that Chef Sam's shrimp was cooked perfectly. The gravy is such a great addition to flavor on this dish.
Thank you.
And the crunch inside this taco, and it's just popping. You can totally taste that miso. You can totally have the crunch of the carrot. It's really delicious. And I love the cucumber. The cucumber was a really great addition. So thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, chefs.
Brian,
Yes,
Brian too, do you have an opinion? I'm curious what your experience has been with the food.
I'm really enjoying the gravy and the shrimp as well from Sam's dish. I like the way the carrots and the miso play together. And the hummus is delicious as well. So I'm enjoying both of this. Thank you guys for cooking my dinner tonight.
You're welcome.
Great.
Yeah.
DeAndre, your initial opinion on your
Don't stop the
culinary
man from
experience.
eating.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
listen, I'm a native Californian, so tacos are my bag, right?
Okay.
So this taco is fantastic. And this hummus, as an ex-girlfriend said, hummus, not hummus. It's smooth, but it also still has a nice texture. Plus, I love the pop of the color of it. The fuyang, it tastes so traditional. And meanwhile, the sauce and the sesame in there all seem to have their own area on the palate that's really kind of incredible. So, but I mean, I'm going to finish this taco. So y'all keep talking.
Enjoy the taco. Thank you for your thoughtful descriptions of what your experience has been in this culinary exercise. I want you to think for a little bit, for about 3.5 seconds,
Sure.
To determine which one you would pick as a winner. I'm going to be asking each of you individually. This is not an anonymous vote. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people are watching, but feel no pressure whatsoever.
No, feel the pressure. Feel the pressure.
We feel the pressure.
Good,
Yeah.
good. That's good. They should.
Well, it was really fun to watch you cook such an amazing experience in such a short amount of time.
Thanks.
It takes me hours to make a dinner, so it was great to watch that. All right,
Brian.
Well, let me see here. They're both very delicious. I personally am a fan of handheld food, so I'm going to go with the tacos.
Okay.
So, sorry, Sam.
Brian.
Also, two very great dishes in front of us. And for my family at home, you know that I love pickled things. So it really was the taco that set it off for me. It was the pickled vegetables. I love them. So sorry, Sam. Wonderful job, but taco for me.
DeAndre.
Yes, the fuyang was really quite fantastic, but the taco had so many fresh tastes to it. The carrots, the cilantro, the hummus, the pickles, vegetables, and it had a great crunch. Meanwhile, it was both savory and had a little sweetness from the vegetables. I really enjoyed the complete palette of flavors in there, so I'm going to have to go with the taco.
Oh, sweet.
Wow. So
Congratulations,
we
Chef.
have a winner.
Very nice. Very
in
nice.
our executive chef, Jason Martin. This only means that we will have to come back in one other occasion for one other opportunity to compete yet again. I don't know if we have or not, but I'm going to guess we've created a tradition here. And so I want to invite both Jason and Sam to one more competition. You don't want to call it a competition. What do you want to call it?
An ass whooping. Is that
Revenge?
Does that work?
A showcase.
A showcase.
A showcase.
A showcase of talent and skill. I am grateful for both of you.
Thank
you. Make a difference. You are both winners
Thank
in
you.
my mind and in my heart. And I thank you for your willingness to come out here and be vulnerable and share your talent. So thank you. Much appreciated. I also want to thank our judges who were willing to share their culinary experience in a very detailed and sophisticated way. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you very much.
Very
Thank
much
you all.
appreciated. Very much appreciated. And thank you for everyone who voted for the secret ingredient. Both of these recipes will be included in our post-event email, so you can test them out at home. Now I'm going to turn to the hosting back to Sam. You got it, bud.
Well, let's do this. Let's check in on our Funda Meal Match status.
Okay.
Really quick and see how we're doing. And we are at, I could guess. I'm not going to guess.
No.
All right, 55-75. 56% of the way there. We're trying to do this if we can this evening, ladies and gentlemen. But just know this is not ending tonight. You have through the weekend. Is that right? You have through the weekend. So look, I'm honored to be here for my very last Mama's Day event. I can't take a beating like this and possibly show my face ever again. That being said, it's time to announce the winners of our opportunity drawing items. Thank you to everybody who have participated and supported the fundraising efforts here tonight. Let's have a look at our winners. We'll take a look at the big screen. If you were one of the lucky winners, our team at Mama's will reach out to you in the next week to get you your prize. And boom. And boom.
And boom, boom, boom. There it is.
There it is.
Oh, we're thanking our sponsors.
Thanking
Thank
our
you.
sponsors.
You can never thank our sponsors too much.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice.
Wow, cool. There are some familiar faces on there, names on there. But another group of winners. Thank you for supporting our fundraising efforts. And before we wrap up tonight's event, I want to recognize and thank our sponsors, Sycuan Casino Resort, who not only initiated our Funda Meal Match, but also sponsored Mama's Day. The Hyatt Regency La Jolla at Aventine, who has also been the home of Mama's Day, as I've shared before, for 30 years. And by the way, if you haven't stopped by in the last few months, they've done an amazing job remodeling. This place looks absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Hyatt, for catering our meals for tonight, which I also am immensely grateful for, and for making us look so good, which you always do. Thank you to Scatina Daniels Communications, Northrop Grumman, and Brian Crail and Tim Reed. Immensely appreciated. Thank you to Encore for making us look like the Academy Awards tonight. You guys were amazing. Thank you for all our sponsors for your dedication and your support. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the 30th annual Mama's Day. This one year, though, was virtual. We hope you enjoyed celebrating this evening with us. Your support makes all of this possible. Every meal delivered, every neighbor experiencing critical illness that we help, none of it is possible without you. We want that to be an important point that you take away. And we hope that 2022 brings us the opportunity to come together in person, like we've done so many years before, right here at the Hyatt Regency La Jolla, for some delicious food, some shrimp fouillon with whatever I made. Look, remember the Funda Meal donation. The link is open through Wednesday, May 12th. So tell your family, tell your friends, share on social media. Let's fund thousands of meals for our critically ill neighbors that are in need. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Certainly one of a kind. It's been a great evening, the 30th annual Mama's Day. Everybody have a great evening.
Thank you.
And from both of us, we say goodnight.
you.